Well, good morning from the ridge.
Good morning-ish.
Yeah, we are home, and we wasted no time hitting the ground running. Well, okay, I didn't waste any time. My handsome man here, he was a little sick.
Only for 1 day and a half.
Yeah, but welcome back to the ridge as we transition the Coffee Chat channel into the Hillbilly Loopers channel.
Yeah.
We are so excited to share this next part of our journey with you, and we promise to take you guys on the adventure of finding our loop boat. And boy, do we have a loop boat to show you first. It may or may not be. We don't know yet. We haven't made a final decision. You guys are just going to have to tell us what you think in the comments. And yeah, I guess just go from there. And then after this video, we'll come back and eventually here at some point, we'll fill you in a little bit more on the boat or boat shopping.
Yeah. We're still trying to get in the groove of things, guys. It's exciting to be home, but like we've hit the ground running.
And then we had guests again. Yeah. Aunt Sherry and Uncle Bob followed us back from Ohio. And so we've been the last 3-4 days we've spent with them. Prior to that, we had a memorial service to attend down in Little Rock. So we're literally just sitting here going, dang, you know, wow.
Yeah.
We missed yesterday's video. It is ready.
Finally getting the much needed rain that hasn't happened all summer, which we knew, right? Go back to the videos in the spring and we said, hey, we know what's going to happen when all this rain does finally stop. We're going to be in a drought. And it did. I mean, that's how the weather works here. And so, yeah, but it's definitely made any kind of progress non-existent in this point just because of that. Like, we're not pulling tools out. We can't really do some of the stuff that we need to do. We got a few things done. May have broke some stuff in the meantime.
Yes. More broken equipment, guys. My husband is so rough on equipment.
The mission was accomplished, though.
It was. Kind of. A little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, our brains, guys. Sorry, it's like all mush right now. We're not even sure what day of the week it is, what time it is. It's just, it's all running. We're trying to keep in mind like we've got another trip coming up. I know we're crazy, we're insane, and how we expect to get anything done. But this is all stuff that we've talked about a lot. We've had it pre-planned for the year. And
yeah, and this isn't just like, this is not a YouTube related trip. Y'all know when we went on the family cruise, I had a cousin pass away in Texas. So this is a pre-planned vacation. I don't even know, call it whatever, to visit my family in Texas, as well as celebrate our anniversary and our birthdays. Yeah. Rather than, we thought we were making up, like, let's kill 3 birds with 1 stone. And yeah, had we known then what we know now, we would have been like, there's no way we can pull off being away again. But it's too late now.
You know, the nice thing about this next one, though, is the fact that it is just us. And that's what we've talked about. Like, yes, there is going to be some visiting family, but the bulk of this trip is going to be just you and I, right? Mm-hmm. And you guys see it as much as we go out. Like, when we wrap our vacations or our time away from the ridge based on going to help other people or see other people, and then you spend...
Be with other people.
And we love that. We really do. But there's never that time that we take where, you know, we just wander off, just the 2 of us, and do our own thing for a little while. So that's going to be nice to finally be able to do that.
Even the 3 weeks we were gone, we had literally the drive to and from Bontrager's alone.
Yeah.
And then we went out on the lake kayaking for about 4 hours alone. Short of that, we were pretty much with people.
Which was the point.
Right, we're not complaining at all. We loved it. Wait till you guys see the video coming out today on the WhiteRock Homestead channel. It's just kind of a nod to our river family, and they always mean so much to us, these videos.
Yeah.
I know for you guys, you're just kind of watching us have fun, right? But for us, it's memories. And last night we actually watched some footage from last River Camp's video, and like I had tears coming down my eyes, and you know, so but while we were there, we did go shopping for our very first time at a potential loop boat, and we're bringing that to you guys right now. But stick around after the video, because we'll be coming back and we're going to discuss it just a little bit and tell you guys a little bit of the pros and the cons. Tell you, because in the video it's really hard to see because it's also tarped. So it's not quality-wise a very good quality video because the boat is tarped. But we'll come back after you guys watch this next part and we'll tell you what our thoughts are, what we think about the boat, and ask some questions of you guys. What do you guys think? So, all right, we're going to cut to that right now and enjoy this next part.
Yeah.
We are in Michigan and we have come to check out our potential loop boat. And as promised, we're taking you guys with us.
Let's do it.
Okay, guys, the time has come. I'm nervous. Only new bottom paint, right?
Figure out which one was the magic strip.
Yeah.
I gave us extra room.
Rich people are pretty cool, but they don't have any money sense, or they don't have any money sense for most of the people.
You guys remember Cousin Tony from when we were in North Carolina?
Okay, wiggle our way up here.
Oh boy.
It is dirty.
I'll let you go and you can help me.
Okay, are you sure you don't want me to hold this up on you?
Okay.
Yeah, because Tony's in there, so.
Oh my gosh. I'm just nervous. I don't know where to go.
All right, we got her trapped. All right, now we don't. Oh, wait.
Gotta find the number 2. Is that it? That's the one.
I mean, we wouldn't need all this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
How are we supposed to fish without downriggers?
That's precious room that we're gonna need for my tomatoes.
It flips out the back. They flip out or they flip up, straight up vertical. So you got the 4 arms. Yeah, I bought brand new ones. This is the fly bridge, which has a lot of flies on it.
A nice bench seat right there.
Yeah, that just needs
Yeah,
redone and,
reupholstered, that kind of fun
well, the
stuff.
upholstery's in not bad shape. It just use some.
Stapling.
The boards are going bad.
Yeah.
And this, I cleaned it. You can see where it was cleaned.
There we go. Every
Yeah,
words to live by.
critters.
Yeah. Well.
There's electronics for everything. Separate engine, throttle control.
Transmissions
The
over
VHF
there.
radios underneath that one. That's a newer one.
Down
That
under.
is new a year and a half ago. The electronics for this are in the house, so they didn't go bad. I've got fish finder, GPS fish finder, so you can decide which way you want to go. That is horribly dirty. It hasn't been uncovered since
Well.
this time last year, so it's literally
Right.
been sitting here covered.
And then it does have, it's got the poles and stuff for the bimini top, but that all needs redone.
That's all. Actually, the isinglass is all that needs redone. Everything else is there.
Oh, the top is there, so it just needs to,
Yeah,
the clear plastic.
right.
There we go.
And then I get
Of course, I'd have a lot of sanding and staining to do, which I love doing that. So we'll bring back this.
There's plenty
Really
of it for
nice
you.
wood.
that's not a project.
Yeah.
And with the top up, this is a full stand-up enclosure.
Yeah.
I'm 6 foot. I can stand up there with no problem. It's just like I brought it home, so everything fell inside.
Yeah, I typed it.
How does this open?
That, just turn it.
Oh,
And that's the same size closet on both sides.
okay.
That's the
So
same thing.
2
It's got
closets.
extra cabinets.
Oh, nice. And some
That's
cushions and
the
hanging.
fill cushions for the front. So you can make the V-berth solid. That's the battery switches and volt gauges are in here. That's the AC panel and then the 12-volt panel. Everything in there. The junk will come out of here.
So a nice dinette. No, it's hard to see, guys, but there is a dinette under there.
Yeah, underneath all the crap. That is everything for the boat.
Nice.
Specs, all original. I got it from the original owners.
So are these permanent bunks, or can you make this something else?
This will fold down into the couch. I put that up there. That was my rod storage.
These straps
come off
and then
fold
this
down,
slops down.
it makes the back there, but this cushion is the back side of the couch.
Okay.
Okay. When you fold this down, this becomes the back side of the couch, and then you have a choice of where to put that. This slides out, that goes to the back, and this is the bed. So this closes that up. These drawers down here, full length storage.
Those are nice drawers.
So they're, yeah, you don't really have to worry about running out of places to hide stuff. Some more fishing crap. Storage underneath here, behind the drawers.
So what size does this bed make out to?
It makes out to
A double or?
that, with this behind it, it comes out really flush.
Okay, so about a twin.
Yeah, there are drawers all underneath there too. So there's two down there.
I love all the windows.
Yes, this is basically just a camper. Okay, here's the fridge. Pretty good sized fridge again. Everything in here.
Yeah.
You've got drawers underneath, and they latch in like a standard any boat drawer.
Right. Boat or camper.
There's the oven, which I believe had, all I used it for was to store the pans. It does work on propane. The line went back all the way to the back, and that little cardboard or the wood piece in the back between the back and the downriggers, that's where little tanks sit in there sideways. But the propane, I've never used the propane on it. I know the stove works because I did hook it up once.
Okay, so we'd have to have the propane lines fixed.
The lines are all green. Somewhere it's got a pinhole in it.
Okay.
Storage under here.
And this door, okay, that's the bathroom.
That's the bathroom.
Okay.
The shower, I said the stool is up. Storage underneath. I've never used the shower in here.
So how do you use this shower since all the walls are wood?
Close the door.
And this won't damage the...
Put your shower curtain up.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So then you basically have two curtains.
And yeah.
And then you just have that little spot.
Right.
Okay. And see, this is even different than the floor plan I
because,
found.
like you said, I didn't want it, and this is oil.
Right. Yeah.
Like
it'll all get oiled.
And it'll bring it back to life. This is all solid here. That's a leak from up there that's been leaking, and now that it's covered with snow. But this bunk, this comes back here. The cushions, the filler cushions, go across here, so you can make that a double, and that bunk goes all the way from there to there. But the cushion comes back to here. And there's a reading lamp here. Blah, blah, blah. Booster speakers, stereo.
I don't know. Do you guys think I can cook a feast on this kitchen? I mean, I'm already seeing some things that I think I would change.
Really good.
Yeah. Like, I think the fridge, I don't know. I think I need a bigger sink, but I can't have a bigger sink unless I have the fridge out of here.
Yeah, you have a...
So...
you can get a couple inches bigger sink, but...
Yeah. I don't know, but I have...
slide right out. You pick them up and they slide right out.
I have a dishwasher, a countertop dishwasher that I could use. This may get, this may get redone so that I can, shorten the sofa and then add a pantry, maybe.
With all the storage in here? Oh, this is storage. This in here is another closet. There's two drawers up here.
Oh, okay. More storage.
So there's... I kept it stocked with my fishing stuff.
Right.
That was pretty much the only...
I mean, that's a tiny shower, but I like it.
Well, because you could sit on the stool. Close everything off, sit on the stool, and then just leave it vented to dry out. Cold to stand in the rain and get a shower. That mirror's fixed. That's why I put that there to keep it from rattling. The mice got it. But there's enough space back there that you don't have to sit on the crapper to brush your teeth.
Right. Maybe you guys can see a little bit better from this angle.
And the
Well, it's a
biggest thing
big
for me
dinette.
with this was I could take 6 people on it. We could anchor out somewhere and spend the night.
Right.
It's not that bad. And the storage, all the storage being low really helps. Okay, these back here, that's typical camper stuff.
Right.
You know, so you've got your condiments there. You can put everything there, put it up there. I put it in here so I didn't have to worry about it flopping out.
Yeah. Of course, like you said, with the hail, I'll have to redo all the screens, which we have the screen tool, not a big deal.
Yeah, and that's not heavy stainless screen. It's
Yeah.
If I needed stainless, I'd just close the windows and hope.
The thing is, like, I don't even know. We would never use this big of a dinette. Although, because
It
we're,
just folds down and makes a bed too.
well, we would need our YouTube studio condensed into probably one side, and then we'd probably use the
Well,
other side.
that's
to eat.
where, yeah, like
do
over
the-
there, we could probably do some more shelving to like hold all the camera gear, equipment, or whatever, and then
Right.
one side could be
Get a swivel
studio.
thing for my monitor that
Yeah.
can lay against the wall, and then when I need to use it, it'll pull out. I just love that.
I had.
Your registration behind it.
Let me check this. Yeah, that's
I wanted a boat that had a porthole.
well. It's got a porthole, but the porthole had. I usually had my piggy bank in there, and
I love it though.
that keeps anything in the glove box from having any possibility of it getting
Chewed
wet.
up or
something into it.
But yeah, I mean, this is big when you look at this in the scheme of dinette for just 2 people. But like you said, this is a multi-function space.
The electronics are in. There's a spare fuel filters.
You've already seen like being in the camper with the YouTube stuff. Like, yeah, we could put a monitor that's on a swivel and then eat on the other side.
yeah. Plus there's storage underneath.
Well, and this back here is pretty good. I don't know how big you'd have to set up, but there is quite a bit of space on both sides.
Yeah, the little shelves in the corners.
I mean, it's longer than I thought it was going to be.
And there's also storage in the back. If you take the back, drop the table, take the back seat out.
Okay.
This just goes into the drawer,
Right.
but the storage underneath it, and that's where the pump is for the other holding tank. So you pump from there to pump this one into that one. Or, you said, you can prop it open and just vacuum the whole thing out at one time and prop that open.
So outside on the catwalk, is that a wide enough catwalk to go from front to back?
Yeah. If not, you could stand on the bunk and take the front hatch out.
Oh, there's a
open
front
it up.
hatch.
Yeah, it's. You can squeeze past it.
Oh, it's
Go up there and take a look. That opens up pretty good. The front deck does need redone. That's
oh, I see it now. Okay.
with that, yeah. And then that's the anchor locker up there, which that all this stuff needs. I've got a steamer that I was going to clean it, and obviously.
Oh,
you
the
know,
carpet would come down.
Life
We'd replace
happens.
it.
I had a portable air conditioner.
Oh, no
Put that
AC?
up there.
I'm out.
We get a little shimmy down here, you know. Skinny area, tarp, maybe. Obviously without a tarp on it.
Yeah, without the tarp, I mean, there's handrails all the way down the side.
Right.
The front deck, this side is weak.
That over
side,
there?
So, but I had the cable, I just ran it out there, and then you tie it off to the dock with the cable. If you pull into most marinas, they have cable or internet.
Oh, for the...
Without Wi-Fi, now they got Wi-Fi, so.
Right.
And the electric anchor winch worked, but I never used it. I did it one time to make sure it worked. And that
But that's
line right
something that
there-
we could possibly, because power's already ran up here. That was kind of one thing I couldn't remember was, I didn't know if it had electric anchor, manual anchors, but with it being electric up here, we could do the windlass upgrade. And...
Well, that one just needs to be taken apart and cleaned.
Phew. Well, that didn't take long.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I mean, now keep in mind, we are the Hillbilly Loopers. So if you've been around for a while, you know, as WhiteRock Homestead, we do everything on a budget. We do it ourselves. We're always looking for sales. If I can't get it free or cheap, I don't want it. But keeping in practicality of the Great American Loop, we do need to have a boat solid enough to get us around the loop, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, babe, what did you think about that boat?
I mean, the boat in general, like I've been on that boat before when it was in the water. As you guys seen, that was Cousin Tony, and he's the owner of it. He's owned it for like
30 years, I think.
32 years, something like that. And that was actually, the loop was the original on his mind when he originally got that boat. And it's still on his mind to do, but he's upgraded to a more suitable to him boat. You know, so structurally sound, absolutely, the boat is there. A lot more cosmetic than I think we were initially prepared for.
Yeah.
And honestly, it is just cosmetic. But some of that stuff, if you don't maintain it, you don't take care of it, then it can lead to other structural. Now, I don't know if you caught it in the video, but they did talk about the wood for the whole front deck underneath. Now, the boat is fiberglass, guys. And so the fiberglass on it in excellent condition, very solid, no major cracking. I mean, there's some stress cracks here and there, but it's a fiberglass boat, and it's a 1978
Carver Voyager.
Yeah. And so, but we have to go from the inside. Now, upon talking with, Cousin Tony, he's been a marine mechanic and worked and fixed on boats. I've done a lot of work on boats. Between the two of us, there's really nothing on a boat that we couldn't do. But it's the amount of time it's going to take that really has us, I don't want to say second guessing, right? But the old adage is, if any of you have been out buying boats, you don't buy the first one you look at. In this case, I am willing to buy the first one we looked at, only because I know where it's coming from. And that makes a huge difference. But with that being said, the boat has been sitting for a couple years. We're looking at a possibility of, some engine work to freshen them up, do that kind of stuff. That wood needs to be replaced in there, which that means a gutting of that interior bay. And ultimately, why we're going to continue to look is it's a little small for the amount of time that we want to be on it. Mm-hmm. If we were looking for a boat, and this is what we had talked about, was if we were looking on a boat that we were going to stay within that Lake Michigan, or even if we were going to move around within the Great Lakes and never leave the Great Lakes, I would have no problem whatsoever knowing that, hey, we're going to take it out for a week or 2 weeks or a weekend or something. But knowing that this boat that we buy need to be able to,
for up to a year and a half.
Yeah. And I think that the overall size, the room, like, it had a huge dinette. Like, you put 6 or 8 people in that dinette.
Yeah, and the sofa was really large, and we would need that extra sleeping space. So, talking about some of the pros and cons about this boat, I loved the size. As far as that 28, 29, 30-ish foot, because you're paying for dock space by the foot, you're paying for more fuel, all those things. So, I would think that as a pro, that size boat would work. There would need to be modifications done to the inside, and that takes time and money. Another pro about if we were to choose this boat would be it's at our family's property. It's at Uncle Tony's place.
Cousin Tony.
Or Cousin Tony. I call him Uncle Tony. I call everybody uncle or aunt. But he is fine with us. For us taking... The roosters are going. For us taking our camper up there, like, say, in the spring, and staying there on the property. It's so beautiful. And that would allow us the opportunity to not listen to roosters, but it would allow us the opportunity to work daily on the boat without incurring a huge marina expense and everything like that. The con to that is that the boat is on Tony's property, which is about 50 miles away from the marina. And it is an oversized load, which means we'd have to hire a company in transport to come and get the boat, take it to the marina. So I can't even imagine. If you guys know how much that kind of stuff costs, please put it down. I have a rough idea based on the Google machines, but there's that. And then also paying the marina to lift the boat and put it back into the water. We would be looking at those two expenses as well as the replacement of the hull or the wood in the front.
Right.
And then any modifications that we would make to the boat, which y'all know me, I'd probably do quite a bit. So it's weighing the cost of the boat. The engines we know are strong, which is the most important part of the boat, with our time and additional added money.
Yeah.
So,
because there's definitely certain things, like I said, a lot of it was cosmetic. It really was. Like the structure of it, other than that front hull or a front deck section, that is a structural deal that needed fixed. But it doesn't bother the integrity. It just means, hey, you can't walk out there. Well, that's not very fun. So
no, because I got plans for that.
Right.
I want tomato plants, and we're hillbilly loopers. We got to be able to, I need my space.
So, with that being said, like I said, it is cosmetic, but then if you don't take care of some of them cosmetics, you're on the water, right? You're exposed to moisture every single day, all day long. So if you don't take care of the cosmetic stuff, it can lead into structural, causing leaks where you don't want leaks, and then that gets into structural damage. So, but the main portion of it, all that, very solid boat. Definitely not off the list.
No.
Because it's one of those that the little things that we've talked about, kind of like you said, was, some of the space, the layout works. It's one of those, you're only one person's going to stand up and move around at a time, but, not a huge deal. Only having the flybridge helm station.
Yes, that was another con.
Yeah, that was something.
Which is why Tony did change boats.
Well, he changed it a lot for the flybridge because he wanted an internal helm station along with the flybridge. Because I kind of want both. That's why we've been looking more of a trawler style boat. Is in rough weather or just for convenience at times, right? We, alarms go off for a storm coming in, and we need to pull anchor at night. We could do it all from inside versus outside. Like there's all kinds of videos and reasonings why we would want a dual station. But then the other part for his upgrade too was the boat that he upgraded that he owns now. Well, he owns both of these, but the one that he currently uses and is docked on Lake Michigan. We wanted to try to go for a ride that day, but that was a 3-hour ride just to get to see him, and then the time we spent there. So.
Well, we had a late start anyway because you had to fix the brakes.
Right.
We couldn't leave.
Yeah. So with the timeline, we didn't get a chance. But the other reason on his other boat was it had diesel engines. So they're a little more efficient because you don't have to run as high RPM, and but there's a pro and con to it also, right? Like gas versus diesel. A lot of people get afraid of gas because of the fumes and the possible explosions.
Which is a real, that is a real thing.
It
and
is.
I think it happens more often than people know. Unless you live like in the Great Lakes and in Michigan or near another body of water, of course you're going to hear about the instances a lot more. It's not like it's going to make national news or even sometimes local news, but it does happen, and it happens rather frequently. So.
But then because we've looked at it too, right, with the Loop Association and gasoline engines, like the gas is available just about everywhere. As to where diesel, you get a little bit more limited, but the caveat to that is you don't have to make as many stops with the diesel. So, I think for both of us, because I know this is a shocker, guys. Go ahead and sit down. I'm going to throw breaking news. My worry wart of a wife, is always about the safety part. And don't get me wrong, I'm all about safety as well. I don't want to die or get blowed up or anything like that. I lean more also, not my reasoning isn't necessarily for the safety aspect of the diesel engines. It's for the efficiency and the fuel economy, and the distance that you can travel on diesels compared to what you can on gasoline.
Yeah, and there is a stretch on the loop that it's like from Paducah to Kentucky to the next marina that is like the longest span without a fuel refill. So you have to look at whatever boat you're purchasing, can it make that particular stretch without having to add a gazillion gas cans on the side.
Because the other part to it is, and we were looking at that. I mean, our brains were walking through this boat of, well, can we modify this? Because weight matters on the boat.
Yes.
Weight not only matters for its buoyancy, but it also matters for your fuel economy. It's no different than your automobile, right? If you overload your car, you're not going to get as good a fuel mileage driving from one town to the next as to where when it's empty and you know, tires are balanced and air pressures are right. Like it is very critical in a boat to look at those things. And that was another thought as we're looking at it. Like, if you want to pull something out to add something new, you almost literally need a scale for every single thing that you're doing, because you need to offset. You know, okay, if I pull 50 pounds of stuff out, but then what I add is 100, well, then that doesn't equal out. Like, I've got to go to the other side of the boat and figure out, you know, where do I add another 50 pounds of stuff there, because I don't want my boat listing and riding crooked the whole time. And
a lot of factors.
Yeah, but this boat does have a lot of the features. It has all, you know, the good thing, like we said, is the engines are ready to go. You know, some bottom paint and cosmetic work on a lot of woodwork. I think there was a couple pieces I seen that needed some.
Oh, all the woodwork on the back deck.
Yeah, but there was some that needed rebuilt,
Yeah.
which weren't, you know, a huge deal. And then, but it has all the electronics that the basic of the basic, but still good electronics with a little bit of redundancy. The one thing that it didn't have that I would want to look into, but it's not as an effective system the way this boat is driven, is an autopilot system. And it's not that we need it. It's not like we're doing overnight travels where we could set we're not doing world travel where autopilot is. But there is a convenience to that, to just be able to kind of set a heading. You're still sitting at the helm. You're doing those types of things. And this one would be, it's a modified, you can put a modified one on there, but they're pretty pricey.
Yeah.
So yeah, all those things. So
a lot of pros and cons.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think. For those that know us, know what we're capable of. Not saying that we're totally masterful at it, but we get the job done. Let us know what you guys think. We are going to continue to keep shopping. We do have time. We'll take you guys along with us on that journey as well. And the freeze dryer should be arriving and getting set up and probably in use here real soon. So we'll go into, because I need to make, guys, I did the math last night, for 1 year. And we plan on being a year and a half. Did the math last night with Aunt Sherry and Uncle Bob. Mm-hmm. 2,160 meals. 2,160 meals is what I need to make and have freeze dried for 1 year on the loop, which means I really need to probably do the math again for the additional possible 6 months. So I'm going to take you guys along with us as we do that. Let's just count it down. I'll need your help keeping track too. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this first mix of coffee chat and Hillbilly Looper content combined.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, and you know, if you're just now finding us, right, this is the very, very, very early stage of prepping to do this. We're still looking at 1 to 2 years, somewhere within there. It honestly, it depends on when we, you know, if or when, however that works, right? It's going to depend on the boat and its location as to how long we're going to give ourselves. Because based on, like, obviously we if we're in Florida, you know, you start at a certain time of year. I don't know, my words were getting hard. So based on what location the boat is in is where we're going to start from, and that's going to kind of drive the line. But
we have a lot of savings.
With 2,000 and some meals that need to be, you know, which means, you know, next year or next summer or spring, you know, a larger garden, which I'm not sure what that looks like yet, because I'm kind of like, I thought we were going to downsize a little but now that we know that we're going to be prepping in that manner and being able to freeze dry things is going to make a world of difference. So there's going to be a lot of improvements, and this is going to be a lot of back and forth. But as we do with everything, guys, it's all real life. It's not drawn out. It's, you know, and we've got a lot of stuff that's happening in between all of this.
Mm-hmm. And I think anytime you're looking at doing something like the loop, especially the loop, they will tell you, you've got to start planning and you've got to make sure you have your T's crossed. I want to do a class and we're going to take you guys along with that. I mean, I'm familiar with boating, but not in the capacity that is probably going to take to be the best first mate I can be. I want to make sure I go through that. We're going to be taking you guys along with us with that. Anything nautical boat related is we're just going to share it with you guys.
And of course, what I really want to try and look, I think it happens in the spring around May time frame of, it'll probably be a drive, but going to the rendezvous.
Yes, the AGLCA rendezvous.
Yeah.
They have a couple, so we'll choose one. And we will take you guys along with us there too. But we got to end this because I know this is going to be a long video. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about this boat. You've seen us redo RVs, which, you know, yes, the same, no different. But I don't know. Do you guys think we could make this one work?
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
All right. Let us know, guys.
Peace
See you
out
on the
from
next
the
one.
ridge.
Bye now.